Right, can't use that button. Can't use the stick. Have to use direction pad. Hello and good night, everybody. Do 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 do. Oh, drat. I thought it was raining, but no, I think that's just some we had random outside noise going on there. Of course, I waited until exactly when. Okay then. I should really use some opportunity here to just start buying a bunch of grass because I feel like that would be very useful and good. Not necessarily more grass seeds, but still just a lot of grass to throw in. So yes, what is new, everybody? I've been playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom quite a bit now. Turns out that game is good. The hype for it seems to be pretty accurate. And playing on the Switch when I don't have to do recordings is really nice. Because of the open nature of the game, I can really just like grab the Switch and just play for a few minutes and then put it back down again. So like if I'm, say, in a voice call with someone, like Azura, I can just, you know, grab it and play it while we chat. Whatever. It doesn't take up much concentration most of the time. Am I going to do a Let's Play about it? Maybe, but I'm not sure. What I do have plans for, however, is doing a whole bunch of Switch game Let's Plays sometime, hopefully in the next few weeks. Meow meow. The idea behind that is that I have, what's it? Yes. Basically, yeah, my mom still has the computer that I made for her to do her own recording on. However, she doesn't want that computer, so we'll have to, you know, figure out something else to make for that, so she's going to give it back. And that computer is big enough that I can put a graphics card in it, and I happen to have a quote-unquote extra graphics card sitting around. So I can put a graphics card in it, and also throw in the capture card. However, I do want to test the old computer that I was using to see if the issue was with the hard drive. Because if you remember that old computer, it used to crash basically just constantly. However, I tried using it briefly without the hard drive plugged in, and it was able to stay for a few hours without crashing. Then I turned it off, plugged in the hard drive, turned it back on, and it couldn't last more than like 20 minutes without crashing. So I think the hard drive itself could be an issue, that there might be like a virus on there or something. I don't know. I can't do a scan of it. It crashes before the scan finishes. So I'm going to try, you know, taking that hard drive out and then seeing if I can make it work that way. Because if I can, then everything is fine and I can figure out some way to, yeah, some sort of a setup to have that computer working and all that. And yeah, however, I'll probably plug that computer into the television, my entertainment unit. And I haven't done, okay, no, I have. And if you're not familiar with the recording quality of my living room, go check out my Let's Play series of Aeon's End Legacy of Gravehold, Aeon's End Legacy 2, whatever I titled it, and you'll know that the room has issues with the sounds of traffic outside, and as well as an echo. So those are two issues that I'll have to wind up fixing. yeah, those are two issues that I'll have to wind up fixing one way or another. I forgot I could just warp right back. Whoops. Oh well. So, was it right? So I'll have to fix both of those issues eventually. But yeah, so that's the overall plan. At some point, just get all of that fully set up. You know what, actually, when I'm done with this recording here, I should go and set up that computer. With the graphics card, with the capture card, and just, like, basically leave it running, and see if I can leave it running for multiple hours without anything happening to it. And if I can, then great! Everything will be fine, and there won't have to be any issues with it. Right, going to that cave and going to that cave. What time is it? It is 10 a.m. I'm going to go... I'm saving the game. I'm going to go into town, actually. Oh, right. Aminals need to be taken care of. I just want to go as far as the bookstore and see if I can buy... leveling. Alright, let's see if this actually has useful information. Touch the multiple items twice to give them away. This is a useful function. Okay, so then.
Good morning.
Where's the librarian? Are you supposed to be around here somewhere? Why are you not here? It's not like a holiday, is it? No, it's just Wednesday. Wow. Right, stuff, right. When I'm done recording here, I should go and test out if that computer will work without the hard drive. And if it turns out that it does work without the hard drive, then I'll need to bring the hard drive in somewhere. I don't know if Staples can do it. It's like, hey, when I have this in my computer, it just tends to crash, constantly throwing out a whole bunch of different kinds of error messages. I would really like it if that could get fixed, because I mean, it is like an 8 terabyte drive. I had a lot of good recording stuff on there. I don't think that I necessarily have any files on there that I necessarily need to keep. Yeah, but I delete all the anime off of it before passing it over. The issue is that I did get a smaller drive to potentially use. A nice, 2 terabyte external hard drive that I got. I believe it's on sale. I don't know for sure. However, I think I left that at my family's place because I can't find it anymore, so whoops. So hey, a lot of downloaded anime that I'll potentially just have to re-download again. It's not a big deal. Yeah, if I get that computer working, then I could do a whole bunch of... I could do a whole bunch of Switch-based Let's Plays. Just, you know, in the living room. That could be fun to do. Just hang out casually there. Boop, boop, boop. Play the Switch a whole bunch. Do all that fun stuff. Honestly, yeah, not so bad. Not so... I mean, not so bad. Everything will be fine. Wait, what is my cooking skill? 10. It used to be what, 17 or 18 for popcorn? Yeah, I know that you want to fight because you're the one that drops the protein. However, I need to go all the way up here to see how my pineapples are doing. And yeah, everything is fine. So, I don't think I'll necessarily be getting right back into Boom Factory 5 right away. But I feel like I will be getting into, yeah, oh, that's right, I still need a micro SD card for the Switch itself, because the one I had in it decided to stop working. So I need a new micro SD card. I want to get that hard drive checked out. Might need to get a whole new hard drive. I mean, each individual recording is only like a few gigabytes. I can use... I think I have like a 60 gigabyte USB drive. It might only be 16. So I'll have to really double and triple check on that. No. No. No, you don't. No, you don't. And no, you don't. I do like the idea of having to go to the library to read up information about the game. But I mean, having it just be a help menu just makes that whole process so much easier to handle. So you can just pause and get the information whenever you want instead of having to bring your character to a specific location. It is nice. It isn't, you know, the best idea. I still remember playing Dark Cloud 2. And, yeah, you can go into, like, the help menu to, you know, find information about basically all the stuff in the game. And a lot of the options were, like, voice acted, so they're almost... Yeah, so almost like little cutscene things. And I spent a lot of time as a kid just watching those little videos. Yeah, that was back when I thought that the underground water passage was like too tough. I don't know what my problem was, but I don't know. I used to be really bad at video games. I've gotten better. I'm not great at video games, but I'm at least like good now. Yes, I've gotten good. But I think that it really helps that I don't get angry when I play games. Like, oh my gosh, why did I have to go and miss that hit? Blah, blah, blah. Like, playing Tears of the Kingdom, it's like... like, there are enemies here that can just one-shot me. Like, all of the enemies in this area can one-shot me. I'll just don't get hit. If I do get hit, you know, reload the autosave and just do it better this time. I can spend an hour just doing the same little section over and over again, and I really don't mind. I guess part of the difference is, like, nowadays, as compared to, like, the 90s and early 2000s, nowadays time is much more valuable, because, like, it used to be, I remember back being a kid, and there'd be, like, hours and hours and hours of time where it just, there's nothing to do. Like, you talking to a fan to alter your voice somewhat, because what else are you going to do? So you could play, so playing a game, and, like, you could get, like, one new game, like, a year. Maybe twice a year. But, like, getting new games is not something that happened. Like, until I was... Okay, I want to say until I was, like, 6 or 7, but it's not quite accurate. Like, I remember I had a Nintendo growing up. It was my dad's, but I was allowed to play it, whatever. We had, like, 6 games for it. And that was it until I grew up, got my own money, and literally bought new games for it myself. Okay. Super Mario Bros. / Duck Hunt, and then eventually we lost the gun for it, so couldn't play Duck Hunt anymore. Shoot, what was that fighting game that we had? I remember we had Captain Skyhawk. We had Tetris. What? Did we have Tetris? No, we didn't have Tetris for the NES. I had it for Game Boy. Might have had it for the NES as well. I'm thinking that we had it for NES and also Game Boy, but I'm not entirely certain, actually. Wow. We had something resembling a fighting game. Did we have anything else? If I go back through and look at the games... Yeah, no, we didn't have Super Mario Bros. 2 or 3. I've since bought Super Mario Bros. 3, and I had played Super Mario Bros. 3 with my cousin, but I didn't actually have it for myself. Yeah, whenever I see Super Mario Bros. 3 being played, it just brings me back to the playing it with my cousin days. So that's a nice memory. Alright. Attack 45. Oh my gosh, we're just about to level up too. Wow. Ouch. Attack 46, attack 47. Yeah, so it goes up by exactly the one. It's not like 1 to 4, like I was thinking for some reason. Double Dragon 2 and DuckTales. Can't believe I forgot that one. But yeah, literally had 5 games for the NES. Until I went in, like I said, got my own money and bought more. And apparently I do, I guess, have Super Mario Bros. 2. I guess I've just never actually played it on my own NES. I remember playing it at a friend's place when I was a kid. Yes, I still have my old NES games. The NES is on the entertainment center, but I don't think it's actually hooked up to the TV. But last I checked, it still works. Yeah, last I checked, the NES still actually works. When it's like, what, over 50 years old now? Stupid. That is crazy. Yeah, 5 games. Well, technically 6 games, but one of them after a point I couldn't play anymore. And then of course got the PlayStation and got, you know, games for that on a semi-regular basis. So, but I played a lot of Spyro. And I think... No, I'm sure I had beaten it. But I don't think I'd ever gone 100% completion until, like, high school. High school? High school? Middle school? Was that... Wait, was that grade 9 or grade 12? I think that was grade 12, so... not until high school. I mean, some of those things that they make you have to do are hard for a kid. Ape Escape, I didn't beat until... Yeah, a lot of those games I played a bunch as a kid, but I just like never beat them, and I came back, not necessarily as an adult, but I came back years later and, you know, got past that part. Ape Escape, I was just like one level away from the final boss. So I played again, you know, 6 or so years after I put it down. So yeah, picked it back up again in middle school, went beat the final boss. Well, that was, it was a nice boss battle. Not super epic, and definitely not the hardest boss fight of that game. You'd think that the final boss would be the hardest boss of the game, unless of course there are extra bosses after the final boss. But at least at the time of fighting the final boss, it should be the hardest boss that you've fought so far. But no. Mostly because there's one boss in the game that I still don't really know how you're supposed to fight it. I've beaten it like 3 times at least. And my only guess is, just try. But it's like, what's the strategy? I have no idea! Just keep trying for it. And eventually something will work. Eventually the boss will get bored of you and go to the next phase and then you can actually hurt it. Yeah, I want to do... Huh, that is a good point. I want to do a whole series where I play old console games that I played as a kid and never beat, and try to 100% complete them. Now that I'm, you know, grown and better at games, and actually have more time for games. It could be cool to do challenge runs of various games, but really a lot of games don't really give so much of an option for challenge runs, so oh well. I do have, maybe not all, but at least almost all of my old games. I remember having a lot for 360 and PS3, and I'm sure there's a lot there that I haven't beaten. So yeah, I want to do a whole series of old games. Like how I did with Tomba and Tomba 2, and then Diddy Kong Racing. Because I should still have my disc for Tomba 2, but I never actually owned Tomba. I am really certain that I never played Tomba before I started doing a Let's Play of it. Tomba 2, though, I played a heck ton. And I had made it to the end, however I'd saved just before the final boss fight, because I thought that would be a smart thing to do, and back in the PS1 era, save space was extremely limited. Like, I'm pretty sure... I have an old PS1 memory card sitting around. Oh, that's right, I don't actually have all of my old PS1 games, because I had given the PS1 and a selection of games to my dad, so he could, like, set them up and play it with... play it with his stepkids. I think that's it. Yeah, his wife's kids, his stepkids. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the term. But I don't think that's ever actually happened yet. So I guess when I go down to Edmonton next month, I can. So if he hasn't used them yet, I can ask for the games back, because it'd be cool to play Tiny Tank. I guess I could just, like, ask him, like, hey, what are the games? And since they're just PS1 games, I could emulate all of them. I don't have to play them on, you know, original hardware. Okay, so those old original, we'll just say the 5 games. Super Mario Bros. I've beaten. DuckTales I have beaten. Gosh, I remember playing that so much, especially playing through Rune. That was a lot of fun. Let's run away. Look how fast I can run away! Yeah. Double Dragon 2 I have not beaten. And I think I've gone to like level 4 or something, so I don't know how long the game is. I just know that I have not beaten it. However long the game is, there is still more to do. Oh, right. Me. So what else is there? Boom, boom, boom. Captain Skyhawk, I'm pretty sure I've never beaten either. And then Tetris, I've of course never beaten. It's Tetris. The only winning move is to not play. As an AI had apparently found out when it was programmed to play Tetris. Oh shoot, I never took care of the animals yesterday. Oh well. Hopefully they still had food. Yeah, go water the crops and then go immediately take care of the animals. So yeah. And then when it comes to PS1 games, there are too many to actually remember. But I do specifically want to do a Let's Play of Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters. And I kind of really, really wish that back when I started doing Let's Plays, I had managed to, like, grab the attention of various people in my life and had them sit down for an episode of Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters, and just... And that would be like the entire series. It's just over the years, I keep grabbing people, and I'd have like one person per episode. So I'd get like my dad, I'd get like all of my siblings, try to get each of them individually, get my mom, get Azura, get Chandra, like... Just get everyone in for their own episode. And with each person, I guess we'd do like a different area. Yeah, with each person we do a different stage. And that'd be that. And like, it would be really, really interesting to see a series of like years in the making, like, you know? Nope. Brushy, brushy. Brushy, brushy. Brushy, brushy. Brushy, brushy. So, yeah, that could have been fun and cute and stuff, but oh well. Maybe I'll get someone to play Bugs and Taz with. Maybe I'll grab a Zero for it, or maybe I'll just play through that whole game on my own. Because even though it is a 2-character game, you can absolutely play with just one player. And it's like really interesting, and like I don't think I've actually seen a game since that does it quite as well. Yeah, because you use the left stick to control your character and the face buttons to do their various actions. But the right stick to move the other character around. So you can move both characters at the same time. And you push in the right stick to make the secondary character jump. So you can have them running around and doing stuff while you run around and do stuff and control both characters at the same time. I think it's, yeah, the shoulder buttons can, yeah, you have, of course then you can't use the right stick to move the camera, you have to use like L2 and R2 to move the camera, I believe. And it's R1 or L1 to just swap between the characters. So you can swap between the characters, you can... If you need, you know, one of them to do a thing. Because I think a common thing is have Taz dig a hole so that Bugs can dig into the hole. You know, crawl through the hole, whatever. It's just boop, 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 boop. And it always felt so cool playing through it solo because, you know, you get to control both of the characters, right? Like, you get to just do all of the stuff. At least in part, you can do it simultaneously. So you don't have to keep swapping characters just to move them around a little bit. You can... It's like, oh, hey, need to get both the characters to the exit here. Okay. Just run both of the characters at the same time. And I remember that there was one little puzzle very early on. Not puzzle, but one little thing very early on where you have to get both characters to jump at the same time, which in a normal, you know, 1-player, 2-character game would be impossible. You're just like, nope, you can't do that. But in Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters, you absolutely can! There's a reason why this game was my favorite game. Right, was it? Yeah. There's a reason why this was my favorite game for so long. Honestly, it's still probably up there in the top 5, but how much of that is nostalgia and how much is the game actually being good? Because I remember complaining about the game that there wasn't enough content to it. I had wished that I could have done even more. Yeah, playing with my cousin. Oh my gosh. If I could get Robert to do a Let's Play together with... I don't know what we do. Oh god, no. I know exactly what I'd want to play with him. GTA San Andreas co-op mod. Both of us playing through San Andreas together in co-op form. Just a quick, casual playthrough of the game. Ignore the beeping. Okay, now that would be an awesome experience. I need to, like, contact him on, like, Facebook or something, get back in touch, get stuff. Okay, so yeah, anyway, yeah. Right, so I want to get that all tested out to see if I can do, Let's Plays and stuff. I do still low-key wish I had just tried to do a Cyberpunk, Let's Play after getting back home after my surgery. Just a, hey, this one Let's Play is not, like, this one Let's Play is not family friendly because I want to talk about my experiences like having the surgery while all of the memories are still fresh in my mind, because if I were to try to do it now, a lot of stuff I don't exactly remember quite as vividly as it was. I still remember being there, like, lying in bed just a few days after the surgery, and one of the hospital staff comes up and is like, oh, okay, what is your pain level? And I just go, 0. And she's just like, what? And it's like, yeah, no pain at all. Because they had me taking medication. I think it was every morning and every evening I was taking medication. And it's like, yeah, I guess the painkillers are working. There is no pain at all, period. Unless, of course, I tried to sit up. Yeah, sitting up was pain. For reasons I won't get into here. But I had to, like, go from lying down to, like, sitting on my knees. And then go from lying down to sitting on my knees in the bed to climbing out of the bed, all without actually sitting. I got pretty good at that. I am, for my size, I am pretty flexible. Who would have imagined that? Surely nobody. Collapse, see. Collapse. Wait a second. Huh. I mean, I was able to... It seems to be based on how... That's weird. If you... Anyway, I'll just go for the classic EXP thing for fun. Yeah, once 2 PM starts rolling around, that's when I should go and get the bath and also just buy a few stacks of grass and also sell a bunch of supplies. Okay, so yeah, the overall idea is see if the computer works without the hard drive plugged in. If so, use the computer with the hard drive and basically just delete all the anime and try to transfer over any video files, any like Let's Play videos that I have not yet transferred over already. I don't think there's anything else on that hard drive of any importance, but, you know, check it to see if there is anything, and if so, get that transferred off of there as well. Hey, you're all on good. You're fine, you're fine.
Come on in. Thanks for coming, like always.
Okay, I guess I will need more huts, huh? No to corn, yes to selling all of this. Right, okay, yeah. So, you know, big day of doing all that stuff today. Try to get all of that working on it. And if I do get all that working, yeah, I don't think that there's anything really else to do. Oh! Oh, do I just have so much that it's... Yeah, probably just have a whole lot that I haven't transferred over yet. Yay, 100 grand. Okay. Go back in, turn the wool into yarn, turn those into seeds. As expected. Yeah, I'm glad that they made all of, like, the animal feed, like, basically one thing eventually, instead of keeping it as it is here. Alright. Yeah, go to the library to not to sell these things, to see if I can buy a recipe book. No. Oh, a boaty? Mysterious sounds. Beep, beep, beep. Right, no books. Let's go and try to sell some things.
So, you've come to buy something. Thanks as always for coming.
This expansion isn't yet done, right? Oh, that one's 3. This one's a 9. Yeah! Yeah, getting this much money, I can afford to spend, what is that, 2,400 a day on food for all of my animals. It's not a big deal. Yeah, with the computer set up on the entertainment center. Yeah, with the computer set up on the entertainment center to basically just run all the games through the capture card. Yeah, PS3 to run PS1 and PS2 games, Xbox 360. Not that I ever actually had an Xbox. Oh gosh, yeah. PlayStation. PlayStation, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One Plus. Like, people have already made jokes about how stupid and arbitrary that all is. And also... No, I do not have a PS4, PS5, or an Xbox One, or One Plus, or whatever. Other than the... Yeah, I do not have any more, what is it, Microsoft or Sony consoles past, you know, the PS3, Xbox 360 generation. Nintendo I've been following, because I have a Switch, I got 3DSs, I think the 3DS came after the PS3 and Xbox 360, I'm not sure. Did not get a Wii U, but I did get a Wii. Oh god, no, don't make that joke. Alright, frying pan. So I want to make the popcorn. But I don't know if I'm actually doing it right. You know what? Popcorn. Rune Factory Wiki. Oh my... Wait, if you do a Google search for Rune Factory popcorn, one of my videos is what pops up? Yeah, frying pan. It's just corn. But it's level 27, not like level 17. Okay, well that explains it. And you make cornflakes with corn in a small milk, or medium milk, or large milk. Or you can make corn on the cob with corn and butter. If you do a Google search for Rune Factory popcorn for videos, oh no, that my video is the top one. Okay, wait. If you just... Okay, wait. No. Okay, if you search for Rune Factory water can, mine is number 3. Oh, and number 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 10. Mine is half of the front page. That's pretty awesome. Of course, it could be biased because I'm the one searching. So, quick, someone at home who's never watched my channel, which is probably none of you. Wait, I didn't think this through. Quick, someone do a Google search for Rune. If you do a Google search for Rune Factory, I'm sure I wouldn't show up for a heckin' long time, because, hey, other people do searches. Yeah. But other people do Let's Plays. Oh yeah, speaking of my videos, I used to have a naming convention on my videos. That was always like, MRS plays such and such game, episode X, subtitle. Or MRS plays with guest such and such name, episode X. Yeah, whatever, subtitle. And it's not that I abandoned it, I just made the, I just start putting in the MRS Plays part, because that's, like, implied, because that's the, you know, name of the channel. So, MRS Plays, Rune Factory, Watering Can Only, episode 30. I don't know what subtitle I'm going to give to this. I'm only guessing this is episode 30. I hope it actually is. I could do an easy check to make sure. But I'm not. Yeah. What I find kind of weird is that Plants vs. Zombies isn't available on the Switch. I should have it on 360. I mean, yeah, I could see myself doing a nice casual plays with Plants vs. Zombies. I mostly like the minigames on there. I've been casually playing through Plants vs. Zombies 2 on my phone, hoping to get... hoping to play through the minigames. Hoping to get to the point of getting minigames. Yeah. Yeah, these things give slightly less EXP than the Hammer Trolls. However, every protein that I get from them is basically an extra level up. Basically an extra like 1.5 levels, really. Because hey, the attack stat is what is mattering right now. Yeah, I know Rune Factory 4 and Rune Factory 5, it's a lot easier to raise attack just by getting up an extra level instead. So going after the enemies that give more levels would be better. But yeah, I have this whole thing planned out of playing through all the Rune Factory games and going through all of it as, you know, whatever. Playing through all the Rune Factory games one after another, Watering Can Only. Oh gosh, doing Tides of Destiny as a Let's Play. Ugh. And then getting to Rune Factory 4 and just having at least one episode, maybe like 5 or 10 episodes, and it's just Heartstring speed up. Because that's what I left off with Rune Factory 4, as you recall, so... As I recall, at least, I remember those days. And just keep going on that, and if maximum health is what, over 3 million? And it does seem like stats actually do continue to rise past the 99, well, yeah, past the 999999. Is it 6 nines or is it just 5? I think this was 5 actually. Yeah, past the 100k mark. Okay. What else is there? Yeah. No, I think I got everything handled pretty well. So, any videos I do record for console games actually played on console, at least for the foreseeable future, if I do go that route, not guaranteeing anything yet, but it's more wishful thinking, really. And if I go that route, then... oh gosh, have to do all sorts of wiring again, but oh well, really? Huh, maybe. But yeah, if I go that route, then there'll be... whatever. There might be traffic noises in the video, and there will be echo, because just fixing like the background noise of the video isn't as easy as some people would hope. Because I have to run it through my video editing software, extract the audio from the video. That takes a few minutes right there. Copy that audio into Audacity, do the fix in that. That might take a minute or two, depending on how long it is. Not a lot of waiting there. Save the fixed audio. And that might also take a minute. And then take the fixed audio and put it back into my video editing software where I still... yeah, I think that's... where I still have, you know, the audio-less video waiting. Make sure to line it up properly, which it should. But just, you know, make sure of that. And then transfer the video over to one file, and then if I want to edit it, then I have to take that, you know, the fixed audio file, and then edit straight off of that. Or edit before I start fixing the audio. Either way. However, when I do these recordings... oh wait. That is also a thought. I was just saying, when I do these recordings, I save the voice audio and game audio together on OBS at the same time. That's why sometimes the audio isn't properly in sync. So I get like drowned out by the game, or the game is like way too quiet sometimes. But I guess I could just record the game and my voice separately. Just record voice in Audacity, fix that, then transfer over. And then I don't have to... yeah, then I don't have to worry about, you know, stripping the audio from the game. I just have to worry about syncing them together. So I could do that. Or I could also just not care about background noise. I could run 2 programs. I can run 3 programs at once on the computer. Yeah, I can run Audacity to record the voice. That's like kind of what I used to do, like, flippin' ever ago. Yeah. But getting the audio synced up was never actually very good. Plus I'd have to... yeah, plus I'd have some concerns with audio bleed, because I used to not... It was a whole process. Trying to think back to what I used to do back in high school here. Because I just played the game like on my TV, and I used an external capture card that was plugged into my computer, so I would use my computer running Audacity to record my voice, and I'd use the programmer thing to record on the computer, but since there's an external capture card, there was enough like lag on it that I could not actually just play the game that way straight into my computer. As I found out, it just flat out did not work out that way. Just would not, period. Yeah, it'd be like sometimes 5 seconds, sometimes 20 seconds of delay. Can't really game that way. Trust me, I tried. So, and of course, since I'm just playing a console game on the TV, I didn't have, like, headphones plugged into the TV or anything, so I just had the audio coming through, or my computer would pick up some game audio as well. And I tried just like, okay, sync up the game audio in my microphone to the game audio, like, in the game. It should be fine, except no, because it was still desynced by like a second or two, as people had told me. So they would all. So if I try to sync, so it'd either be about a second or two of desync, or there'd be an echo. But since I'm playing the game straight off of the computer with an internal capture card with effectively zero lag, I mean, seriously, I won't have to worry about that. And I can have, like, my microphone, like, right up close to me and stuff and whatever. So I won't have to worry about echo, since I can use headphones or earbuds or whatever to listen to the computer, as opposed to using the TV. As opposed to using TV speakers, so that part, not an issue. And yeah, everything can be completely fine. Let's just really quick put these sticks back here. So I need to figure out how to do that, but first I need to figure out if my computer can be fine just all by itself. So set this to upload, plug in the computer without its hard drive, and see if it can just run normally. I don't know, watch some YouTube or whatever for a few hours and see if it blue screens. And if I can make it through basically the rest of the day without a blue screen, it's a success. Also, at some point, I should do more Crystal Project Fish percent runs, because like I said, modding will be more so officially supported in like a week, and hopefully there's already enough modded content that I can excuse another playthrough of the game. Playthrough Crystal Project, but modded classes only or something. That'd be fun. I'm trying not to sound sarcastic. That really does sound like fun.